Good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches for Beyond the Chart. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. This is a weekend update for the stock market. We'll start off here with the Dow like we always do. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up almost 70 points on Friday. A little bit of a bounce. As you can see, we pulled back Wednesday, Thursday. We had this bounce up on Friday. So we're still got the uptrending 10-day exponential moving average. We're not getting a close below that. And you guys always see this. I always have the 10-day in here, and you know, basically, it's been my experience that you try to stay on the right side of the 10-day. Okay, I mean, you're trying to stay with it. When the Dow gets above the 10, that's when you want to be long. The Dow gets below the 10, and you start to go the other way, start to go down. So that's why I'm always referencing that. And then, of course, I'm looking to see how does it compare against the 20 and the 50 and the other moving averages. So on a weekly basis, let me just take a quick look here. I think I mean, we're still, it almost looks like we're just kind of going sideways here since basically June, June, July, which in effect we haven't made a lot of progress. And we've got all these diversions in here. You can see again lower peaks on the RSI, and so that's not encouraging. But again, this thing hasn't really rolled over yet either. So it's like the little engine that could. It just keeps plugging away and keeps chugging right on up the mountain. So the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at that real quick. We do have some divergence on the NASDAQ. And it weakened the last couple of days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday kind of weakened. It was up a little bit on Friday. But again, this has been very strong. Not a whole lot new here. S&P 500, pretty much the same thing. I thought this was going to kind of roll over a little bit more, and we're still just got to watch it here. I mean, if it starts to get below the 10, something can happen on this thing fairly quickly. I want to look at something here that I hadn't shown you before. Let me see if I can minimize that. This is the SPY. No, it's the S&P 500 index. Okay, so what I've got up top here is the high-low, the net of the new highs on the New York Stock Exchange and the new lows. So you subtract the new lows from the new highs, and you get a net figure, and you kind of watch this to see, how is it mirroring with the stock market. You can see back in May, the new highs minus new lows did not continue to push to new highs. And then I've got the 10 versus the 20 on here also, and I've noticed that the 10-day exponential, when it crosses the 20 on this indicator, it does it earlier than it does on the S&P 500. You notice it crosses here. So you're getting a little bit of a heads up that something's happening. Same thing on the upside. It crossed it right here, which is like around June 28th, which would have been right here. It didn't really get across here, although you did see where it started to close above the 10. And the new high minus new low index indicator was kind of indicating, yeah, we're getting a turn. Yeah, it's coming back. So this is something to keep watching. Now I noticed that, okay, you can see the divergence that occurred in here in July. You can see this divergence very sharp that happened here near the peak here over the last week and a half or so. So, and you get the 10-day coming back down. It's not below the 20-day here yet, but it's very close. It's right at it. So again, another reason why I'm kind of paying attention and watching these. New York Stock Exchange Composite. Pretty much just like the S&P 500, although this one came real close to closing down below the 10. Russell 2000 got a little weaker. I think I mentioned that on Thursday, and it's closed down below the 10 now for 3 days in a row. It will be interesting to see. Got some divergence in here. Yeah, we've got divergence on this index. So if this thing starts to roll over, that's the small to mid-size cap stocks. Let's take a look at gold. This is a weekly on gold. If you look at this last week, it was an outside down day for this last week, which is bearish. So gold continues to be in this downtrend. Doesn't seem to be any stopping it. You look at trend line, breaks that trend line, it's probably going to go this distance down below. I mean, we'd be heading down here to 1100, 1050, whatever on gold. Take a look at oil. Oil has continued. This is daily. Oil has continued to just sell off and roll over. Did not get supported in here like I thought it might, and it's retraced. I think the retracement is 68% of this move, so it's still in that range where it's just, it could get some buying to come in here. I'm looking to see, really not seeing any bullish divergence. No, not at all. I mean, the indicators are still breaking to new lows along with the stock, with the price of USO. Let's take a look at some of the foreign stock markets. Here's Great Britain, FTSE 100 index. Really, it had a little bit of a rally Thursday, Friday, and I think that put it up for the week. Yeah, it did close. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of closed up for the week. So a little bit of a reversal here, which could mean that the FTSE is trying to get some strength coming in. Let's look at. I wanted to look at the German DAX. German DAX is really just very strong, pushing higher and higher. I'm not even seeing divergence in here. Let's look at the Nikkei. Japanese, nothing. I mean, there's like nothing going on here. And India. Now this is getting interesting in India. We're getting a little rally that's happening here in India. And if you look at this on a weekly basis, I've showed this before. It's pulling right up where it's had previous tops before. It breaks through this. This thing could really run. Could really explode. This is the Nifty 50 on the India Stock Exchange. Shanghai, and I think there's just one more after this. Just wanted to, again, it started to break down last week. Really hasn't done anything bullish in here. It's just gone sideways. Had this big wide-ranging bar here with kind of stopped right in the middle of it, and it's just gone sideways. So it's a possibility this is just a pullback. I mean, an A, B, C pullback type thing after this move, but it's going to need to come around and break back up through these trend lines. So we need this thing to start to turn to tell us that China's got something going on. The last one, where is the CAC? Maybe I lost it. I thought I had it in here. Oh, no, there it is. It's right on there, the CAC 40. This is the French index, CAC 40 indice. You can see we're getting some bearish divergence with the RSI up here. As this thing is pushing higher, the RSI is saying no, it's kind of weakening. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see the French index roll over in here. I think that's about it for now. So right now, I guess we got to look at the Nasdaq keeps pushing, and the Dow is trying to push up through. Let's get back to the daily. And what I'll do is I'll take a look tomorrow again at some stocks, and we'll talk about some possible plays for the weekend and kind of review some of the things we talked about last week. So that's about it for now. You guys have a great rest of the Saturday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Take care.